Most modern Muslims don't take the stuff literally about killing Jews. There are multiple versions of Islam, different interpretations, and different ways to practice it.
Islam and Judaism are not different religions. Islam is a revision of Judaism. It's not a coincidence that they're fighting over this same piece of land.
Most Muslims are not part of the problem, but a big part of the problem is rooted in some parts of Islam. Palestinians are getting exploited by some groups who believe they have a religious obligation to destroy Israel.
Muhammad said he got a message from the God of the Jews, and the message said anyone who follows him will replace the Jews as the new chosen people and the new stewards of the Holy Land.
You say Israel is doing ethnic cleansing, but you also say Israel is keeping Gazans in an open-air prison. Now, ethnic cleansing is to drive people out. A prison keeps people in. So which is it? It's not genocide. The Arab population of Palestine has been growing every year. So if Israel is trying to commit genocide, it's not succeeding.
Your Jew hater friends are pissed about the occupation, but how many of them can explain what the occupation is and how it started? Do they not know? They're pissed off about it because it feels good to get all exhilarated on outrage. But do they know what the occupation is?
You'll also get good information from the arguments that make up deep anti-Zionism. For example, there's never been a state called Palestine. The word Nakba doesn't mean what you think it means. And Islam teaches that in the end times, Satan will lead an army of Jews in battle against Muslims.
The occupation started in 1967 when neighboring Arab states tried to destroy Israel, same as they had tried to destroy Israel in 1948 and 1956.
The government of Iran and the governments of the 22 nations that make up the Arab League are like Wile E. Coyote, trying over and over to kill the Roadrunner. You're probably the kind of person who cares a lot, and you might even have empathy for the coyote every time he falls off a cliff. That's okay if you feel empathy for the coyote, empathy all around. But the important thing is not to blame the Roadrunner.
Before Israel even existed, in 1920, this guy al-Husseini was leading the Arabs in a rebellion because they were pissed off about Jews immigrating to the region.
The Roadrunner is just trying to survive. It's obvious the coyote is going to keep trying to kill him over and over until one day he catches him off guard.
The enemies of Israel are still trying to finish what Hitler started. Al-Husseini even went and visited Hitler in 1941.
Free Palestine actually means destroy Israel. You might have gotten tricked into supporting the Klan in trying to drive a black family out of town. All they had to do was tell you, this family stole our land. You're a good person, so it might be hard for you to believe anyone would hate an ethnic group enough to make up a story like that. They stole our land. The message of deep anti-Zionism is things are not as they seem. It's about the propaganda and disinformation by people who want to destroy Israel.
If you start to ask yourself, well, why did the Jews have to form a state? It was because they were getting attacked. They actually wouldn't have needed to have a state. They wouldn't need a state with Jews in the majority if the Jews were not getting attacked. There's nothing in Jewish tradition or scripture that says the Jews need a state in the Holy Land where they have a majority. There's nothing about Judaism that says they need an ethno-state with Jews in the majority. The only reason Israel needed to be established with Jews in the majority is because of people being hostile toward Jews. Maybe your friends have said they hate Israel because of the blockade, keeping Gazans in an open-air prison. But do they know that Gaza also has a border with Egypt in the south? Is Egypt keeping Gazans in an open-air prison? What is this really about here?